Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, host and Pearl Dane, the one and only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland, off it all 1v1 on Twin Beaches. In the north it is Darth Miaulius. Hell of a name, finding here for the German army, Deutschland. Moving forth here with the 44th Reichsgrenadier Hoch und Deutschmeister. In the south, looking to oppose him, is Dumais, fighting in the name of freedom and democracy. Here pushing ahead with the US 3rd Armored Division. We got Spec up here for him with Weasels, obviously, versus a double Pioneer Granny opening. Actually, a bit of rare side to see if I would play out on this map, not go for triple Pioneer opening nowadays, so that is something there. In the background, we got Basil, who's obviously convinced I didn't just fed him. So, what will happen? First Grenadiers got out here for Darth Miaulius and the German army. The 44th Reichsgrenadier Division was an elite infantry division, and which basically had the title there of what was the Grand Master of the Order of the Teutonic Knights, sort of as the title there. It had actually fought in Stalingrad, been destroyed, then rebuilt and sent to Italy. So, fun little note there. Scouts pushing forwards here. South side Pioneers busy. We'll have to see, of course, what Darth Miaulius goes for here in terms of battle group pick, mechanized breakthrough, or terror. All viable options. First shot, field rifle charge to the Grenadiers. The Grenadiers, of course, looking to get some cover here. Maybe get a few more shots in, but the problem is the DPS they can like inflict upon or damage can inflict upon rifle squads close in. It will never be, in the same amount. As anything like make a difference once rifle getting close, just start beating up the Grenadiers. You've got the scouts for assisting as well. Pioneers, though, should be able to assist in, of course, turn the tide round in favor of Das Vaterland. Weasel arriving may, of course, then turn it back in favor of democracy. The rifle squad will have to withdraw if the Grenadiers don't take so much damage. We've got another Grenadier squad arriving, so once more, the tide turns. Man, that's a really turning tide here. Weasel, they're heavily damaged, but of course can repair itself. Pioneers getting a bit ripped apart here by the Scout and the Weasel. Second round spawn way for Dumais. And here, Miaulius does lay claim to the fuel point on the hill, after committing most of his force just to that one point. Of course, Weasley repairing itself. Mega base, it's reinforcing healing, setting out in the name of freedom and democracy. Advancing steadily. And an MG42 for Darth Miaulius, the Maschinengewehr 42.
An MG42 team is ready.
Pioneers as the Weasel. A lot of damage in there. Sweeping ahead with Riflemen. Pioneers, Engineers for Dumais. Minesweepers laying down mines, and of course, this is from the repairs of the Weasel. We see Miaulius looking to fortify the area, clearly looking to hold it, so by denying the opponent easy access to cover, of course, it makes it much harder for Dumais to push in, and for that matter to hold the point in the future even if he does grab it. There, go hitting the sun, fuel point here, smart play with Dumais. And we got Miaulius here with breakthrough. Right, production, so he's clearly going to look to rush out a 2-1 here. Maybe some Bugles versus Dumais. But beyond that, we will have to see. Info supports in there for Dumais.
The enemy has claimed our territory.
And he's pushing southwards. Luftwaffe company there, right around the corner here for Miaulius. And he's predicting what he's going to do here. That set the machines out in the open. That's right on heavy cover, so we'll need something else here to have a chance of winning this one. Of course, Rifleman, of course, is going to get a height advantage against the MG42 on top of this, so this makes this position extra bad. But there we go. Grenadiers, not very much allows this to be won. Yeah, Minesweepers out here for Dumais and Engineers. He is taking no chances there, with the possibility that Miaulius has already been mining most of the map, so thumbs up to Dumais. That is a good bit of foresight, and already pays off. He's spotting a mine laid down there in a pretty cheap spot. So yeah, really smart move there. Thumbs up to Dumais, going his tank for both sides. 2-1 almost on him for Miaulius already, obviously. Dumais here will lack any way of like dealing with it right now, having no anti-tank grenades, no bazookas, no anti-tank guns, nothing that could really counter the 2-1. There's going to be a strong moment here for Miaulius unless he misplays the 2-1. I don't know, just drives it right in front of every enemy machine gun and parks it there. I mean, that could be a way to lose it and, you know, Dumais just to deal with it. But again, that would require a significant misplay. Medical station there for Mialius, motor pool for Dumais. Like you're looking at a anti-tank on here, and there we go. See a brief bluff here, I think, by Dumais. That's why I just kept it there. He was like hoping to like make his opponent think he had the anti-tank grenades already ready. And Mialius just briefly there blinked. You know, he wasn't entirely sure. Does he have it? Other way, I think, was just enough time here for Dumais. Smoke deployed somewhere? I'm not entirely sure. He definitely used the smoke ability, but on what? I have no clue. If it was a misclick, maybe there's something we just didn't see. Like sometimes I think smoke, like in CoH3, can sometimes black out. You can't see it. That's just my imagination. Otherwise, we will never know. 181 to 193, 12 versus 13. Cut-off point being struck, he got played there, of course, by Mialius, but Dumais in the field point is also, I think, a good counter play. Doing a bit of trouble with some grand rapid firing down there, and there you go, Grenadiers pushed off the cut-off point, but not before they severed the supply lines. Mialius with a flak 30. Dumais here, what he does with the motor pool, clearly wants something a bit more mobile than an anti-tank gun, so likely looking at a Greyhound here. Put pressure both on the 2-1 and the infantry. Could also go for a Chaffee light tank, obviously. That might be a bit much against this single armored car for the time being. There you go, M8 grain for Dumais. Armored covers the GIs. And we got here fighting position for Dumais. That's going to be a mortar pit. Or Dumais has completely lost the plot and is going to have a machine gun just guard ruins and flowers.
Mobile flak gun ready.
Pioneers ready.
Machine gun opening up on the mortar pit as it's upgrading. For now, well, you know, big damn chin. There you go, flank of the Weasel. Mialius, of course, commits the only addition he really move he can. Just gets out of there. Armored cover out around the corner here for Dumais and Democracy. M8 Greyhound out. SF commanders unlocked. MP40s, and we got breakthrough tactics there for Mialius. Doubt we'll see the MP40s, but you know, breakthrough tactics is an incredibly good ability. Go Pioneers rapidly get around the point, but not rapidly enough to avoid the wrath of the M8 Greyhound. Also worth noting, he is not upgraded with the armored sides because of munitions and clearly prioritizes just murdering infantry. He isn't too concerned about like things that might counter the Greyhound at the moment. The Flak 30, of course, may serve as a cause for concern. No upgrade yet for the armored car there for Mialius, so he's clearly not too intimidated with the Greyhound. Otherwise, I'm fairly certain he would, you know, upgrade it with a Panzerbuster. 437 to 493. I mean, Dumais continues to have a good lead here over his opponent. Mialius pouring in some Jaegers, some more elite infantry, advanced infantry in this case, I suppose. And he's getting mauled by the Greyhound. These was the Grenadiers. Another North Scouts around by the 2-1 Jaegers, 2/3 way down there for Mialius. And the 44th anti-tank guns for Dumais. Probably in part because, I mean, he knows his opponent's gone for Luftwaffe, so I imagine already at this stage, the possibility of Weber and flak panzers weighing heavily upon Dumais, so having an anti-tank, at least one ready to deal with that, is I think a pretty sharp move. And they're pushing back the Pioneer. Anti-tank and almost done. Pioneer being routed. Pioneers bringing some from the north, trying to stop things. See, we got 416 with 493. Jaegers, machine guns, armored cars all pushing the hill here. Got the Panthers Rex, so Mialius definitely not messing around with that Greyhound, I guess. And then they've got the Greyhound nearby, they're engaging the Grenadiers. Friedrich already down, wishing for some medics to pick him up, but they're not coming. Not for Friedrich. Go mortar pit providing some fire support here. Anti-tank nearby and plus the scouts.
Advanced weaponry will soon be available.
back and forth here, machinery precision, more Jaegers for Darth, Malleus, and the
One of our
44th.
capture points is under attack.
Dumais, meanwhile, might be slowly aiming here for the SSF commandos. Pioneers narrowly avoiding getting right to the ground. Close call there for the Germans. Who's moving in? Black Feather's going to push back the ground here unless Dumais can bring some other forces, I think.
Sector lost.
I suppose he can beat it within range of the mortar pit.
Infantry are ready to initiate breakthrough operations.
One needs to replace the ones that the Germans rudely cut down. There you go, great shot on the entertaining there. Miali's rejecting slowly could cost him the armored cup and no Dusko at any time. Far south here, Wiesel fixed up again. Dumais though continues to maintain a strong victory upon Needle's opponent and is just constantly building upon it. To see. Mines on the cutoff point, and we got BARs for Dumais. Browning automatic rather than 2 rifle squads, so he must have planned to go for more then. Also, I'd almost say it makes more sense to just go for the SSF commandos. At least short term. I mean, obviously still having 2 rifle squads with BARs is better than 2 rifle squads without BARs, make no mistake. I think at least try to leverage more riflemen with it. He's being a bit flanked here. We also, of course, got the threat of the mortar pit.
We have a surplus of command points available.
Wiesel swinging in. Dumais doing his best to maintain tempo here with his opponent to keep momentum and grab it from his opponent when the opponent has it. Panzer 6 shoots whips on the Weasel quite spectacular. This is a pretty large box. And the Pioneers got wiped.
Pioneers are dead.
Minor win there for Dumais. Obviously, still a lot more work to be done there. Good grinding counter grenadiers in the south. The veteran 1 rapes the Panther fast, routes the grenadiers. Note it has been upgraded with armored side skirts, I believe now. There you go, dropping
The
down a
enemy
mortar.
has claimed our sector.
He's getting ready to bring in the artillery of the lighter kind. Yeah, ready. Niall is the brief continuing the punch company. Okay, does go for it after all. Seems like a moment of hesitation. There's some voice in the back of his head told him not to go for it, but he decides to ignore it. And another entertainment for Dumais. The mortars there, and though will make it harder for Miaulius to maintain any easy defense. Thumbs up there to Dumais. Of course, probably wants to retreat this mortar at some point, needs some reinforcements, because otherwise there's a small chance the opponent could rush this, knock out the crew and then grab it, which would be a bit awkward there for Dumais.
Jäger, standing by.
Jaeger's being a bit blobbed about there. Panzer company up here for Miaulius in a few moments. Might go for Pantherfall first, could also go for Starstruppen or Sturmpanzer. I mean, considering what Dumais has right now, the Sturmpanzer wouldn't make so much sense though. Also with the Pantherfall. I'd say there's an argument for either.
Sector now under enemy control.
55's from 42. Dumais' lead at this point now slowly shrinking, but he still does have it. Yeah, Dumais has been quite good at shifting around the map here, keeping Miaulius a bit off kilter. And also just exploiting when he overfocuses on one part of the map here, so really well played by Dumais so far. Really well played. I mean, just to slow down and to explain, I mean, again, opponent has barely any attention. Dumais is quite good, pushing units there. And of course, when he does, then Dumais is quick to move up here. So it's a very I think, good map presence that Dumais has. And it's good at keeping it, all in his head at the same time. And, thus avoiding, tunnelisation and just letting the opponents, just hold a significant chunk of the map without any fight. So I think a very important skill there to, work on.
We have command point.
Tank Devil for Dumais as well here. Miaulius does have the Pantherfall on the way. The Panzer comes from Wagenfear. Brick hits the Greyhound.
They know we're here. Shoot back, damn it!
Northern Western point being grabbed.
Ready.
Hands were ready here for Mialius. Panzerkampfwagen.
Enemy contacts! Achtung!
And we got here supply drop for Dumais. Could definitely go in unit entertainment more, plus 30 cal, though not much on this map. Triple entertainment's sort of rather nasty to deal with again, just going back military. We'll see if he does that. Our tank depot, slowly getting ready here for Dumais. Meanwhile, Mialius is just pushing onwards, following wherever the panzer goes. So for now, front line there is steadily becoming more dependent on German once more. We got the supply drop in the case. That does mean, you know, triple anti-tank guns plus 30 cal. Will he actually move on triple anti-tanks? We'll have to see.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
It does seem like I've got North in trouble. They are probably buying time here to allow the mortars to try and hit the machine gun there. It was a bit costly then risky, but it works, it works. But the longer he drives the squad around now, yeah, then it's going to be a quiet. There we go. Dumais stayed his welcome there, thought himself safe, and suddenly the Panther arrives to change that, and the Jaegers get themselves a BAR, certainly augmenting their firepower for a bit. Theme 36 was 134. What will Dumais do next? Yeah, he's definitely got triple anti-tank and CN again. This map's going to make him a bit hard to deal with, depending on how well Dumais does make use of them.
They shall lead the way.
Jaegers going on the offensive here. Another anti-tank hitting the Panther Force. The first one's getting about to get decrewed. Mortifying the Jaegers. Greyhound's flanking in there. Dumais really trying to attack from broad frontage now, trying to squeeze Mialius for as many points as possible. Airbus shells on the Flak 30 here. Quick response here. Almost got the Jaegers and the Flak 30 at the same time. Really close call here.
Standing by.
Exceptionally close. But do see Mialius here struck at the southern field point here. Outmaneuvering Dumais there quite well. Thumbs up. That was certainly well done. Panther fast the Greyhound though, blowing out the engine. Grenadier is routed. The fuel point has been cut, denying Dumais precious fuel resources. So what is he going to go for next? I mean, he's got the fuel, I think, for pretty much anything there. Cal. Setting up shop there, Jaegers charging with the BARs. Alternate use of smoke screen here. Very nice play there by Dumais. Unfortunately, punch like what much closer they into the machine and also blocks out the machine from assisting. In this case, the Jaegers are close in so fast, it doesn't matter, but I do like the idea there by Dumais. There goes Sturmpanzer from Mialius. Does bring in the big guns. Jaegers the move. Southside again. Dumais won't put just striking, but this time though Mialius is ready. The Panther from Grenadiers counter-attacking swiftly. He's having none of this.
Victory point lost.
There goes Sturmpanzer ready. Sherman on the way for Dumais. I was actually starting to expect 105 move Sherman, but well, regular Sherman's going to get the job done as well here versus Mialius. The upgrade there for the armoured cars. Sturmpanzer running ahead with this 150mm gun. Scouts being heavily suppressed here as Mialius here supplies more and more pressure here. We got 320, it was 419. Sherman more than halfway done it for Dumais. The armoured fist at the right, smashing away from the northern flank here. We got exchanges are doing their best to keep the Germans contained. In the south here, though, Wees was all that is left to hold back Mialius there. Dumais shifting most of his force here, perhaps in the hopes of delivering a more decisive blow against his opponent.
Victory point is under enemy control. One of our capture points is under attack.
Sturmpanzer responding here quickly to Dumais to grab the fuel pod and everything near squad. Sandbags, I think, were crucial there. 127 is 114.
Command points should be assigned when possible, Commandant.
27 is 114. Enemy guard, advanced logistics here for Dumais, cheaper reinforcements. We've got a lot of squishy targets that would benefit from it. Not a lot of infantry as such, so no SSF commandos. We've got those mortars thumping away here. Flag 30 here, wiped.
Centimeter flak gun is silent. True death. We have lost
And from Trump got the instincts, the Shermans bringing against it. Going to work here, ranking the flak 30, denying it to Mialius. East side here, Jaegers were counter-attacking, spot with info 2. Wishes, of course, to defend that victory point here, keep it out of the American hands.
They're just mortar shells.
What will be next, we'll have to see. That. I guess there's a support retreating there off the map. Just looked like something a bit bigger there than a support weapon on the mini map. Oh, machine moving up, backed up here by the Jaegers. Right here, whiz-bangs for Dumais now. Though, we will still, of course, need that precious lifeblood of democracy fuel. Tactical whiz-bangs. Keeping quite a third cal. Germans don't let loose as well here. Ripping through there. Darth, Mialius and infantry. Jump punch on top of him, taking massive amounts of damage from the tank guns. And some of them pop armor piercing rounds. I think that jump punch are very well expired on the point. Spot. South side, we got to push again here on the southern field point this time though. Darth Mialius ready with an ambush machine gun. Popping the veteran's vulnerability, almost taking out the Weasel immediately. But it also has Roscoe close in, of course he's clearly afraid of the grenade. It does kind of make sense. Another rifle squad here for Dumais, more infantry. Finally being brought to the front line. Carry the banner of freedom. Cancels it. Yeah, on that after all. Or perhaps he won something a bit tough like the SSF commandos.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Father Dumais just floats manpower. Perhaps he wants the whiz-bang after all. In 2 versus 4 and 5.
We have 300 points remaining.
Another Sherman for Dumais. No whiz-bangs, no SSF commandos. Only Shermans.
The adversary is trying to take one of our points.
97 for the 5. More pointed with El Capitan. Germans advancing here. 30 cal sitting at more blocking position. Greyhound moving up. Pressure is rising here. Nice shot on the grenadiers here. But
We have lost the sector.
Troopers! Enemy troopers!
Sherman troops almost done it for Dumais. South side, Painful goes up with Greyhound, looking to knock it out here. Smoke deployed here. Very on point there for Dumais. That was a hell of a smoke deploy. Thumbs up to Dumais. Upgunning Shermans there for Dumais. Always a good upgrade to have there. As for Mialius, clearly aiming for a Tiger tank at this point, betting it all on that steel. Withdrawing a bit. Also, fun fact about the Pen 4, they're actually, a lot of them, not most of them, were actually produced as a place known as the Niedlungsberg. It's this massive factory they made just to like more or less produce Panzers and other Panzers. Fun fact, the Jaegers wiped out though by the double up gun Shermans. A bit painful there for Mialius. Time to run infantry there a bit as well. Dumais have a bit more troops up.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
No, Mialius though is once more feeling the heat of pressure of democracy. As Dumais just keeps leveraging his mobility and tactics against Mialius. It seems playing in a bit more linear fashion, making it easy to deal with, but also, you know, much harder to Dumais. Really good flank here by Dumais. He was basically attacking, like most players I think would attack through here, you know, just straight head on. But Dumais went for like, you know, slightly more, you know, angled angle. You know, whatever you call that. And you know, attacked his opponent from an angle he actually wasn't expecting a lot of the time. Like just the idea of like just even attacking from just a slightly different angle in some cases make a big difference. Good push here by Dumais. Tiger tank is available to call in if you just have more manpower right now. Of course, his squeeze T-shirt got knocked out here though. Greyhound rushing in here, almost got the Sturmpanzer. Sherman down, Sherman down. Surprisingly, Sturmpanzer don't make it back in. Once in the machine gun wiped out here, that's an ace MD-42 crew. There we go. Sturmpanzer down, MD-42 down here. Darth Mialius now taking staggering losses. Most of his forces gone. Panther 4, Sturmpanzer. He's got one Panzerschreck to stop the armor here. This is definitely not looking great for the Germans. For the Americans, of course, they're probably thinking it's pretty good and right about there. So, Mialius here, of course, at the same time also for the Tiger tank, that's quite the challenge ahead of him.
Enemy, our front line fails.
I mean, it can probably get pulled in the near future, but the question is how much we'll be able to do in time then with it. And will, of course, Dumais really just blast apart them with his many anti-tank guns and his Germans.
Enemy forces have captured a victory
Caught and spotted, once more routed. Definitely a well-handled weasel there by Dumais and getting a lot of value out of it too. So, thumbs up to that.
Excellent. We have a Tiger heavy panzer ready for
And there you go, Tiger ready here for Darth Mialius. Coming in from the 540 Schwerer Panzerabteilung. Going to be able to turn the tide around here for the Germans. Will be nothing but a vain hope. We'll have to see. Switching it westwards here, looking to catch his burn of guard perhaps. Or perhaps there's some other sinister plot here. Oh, great shot on the right, focusing out the entire unit. Pioneers pushing the Jaegers as well here. The South American force moving in, they almost got a choke cap here against Darth Mialius. Rival squad there, so close to wipe here. Can Mialius get the wipe here? Down to just one man. No, down to do not get it yet because they're getting flanked with the Sherman turn. Tanks and lost the heads here. Courtesy of democracy. But there you go, triple cap here. We got 203, 200 now versus 398. Quite a gap there. And unfortunately for Darth Mialius, it is a gap that is only growing. We got more Shermans for Dumais and democracy here. As Mialius, of course, he pretty much just sets reliant on the Tiger tank. Like do most of his heavy lifting at this point. Jaegers white, Panzerschreck lost. This is a very painful blow here to Darth Mialius at a point where I don't think he can really afford such blows at all. Like he's just in such a weak position now.
Requisition of support elements underway.
Perhaps you can do anything to turn this around, but honestly it's not looking particularly encouraging from there. You go. Aim with just all the anti-tank guns. They obviously did a lot to fix that. Particularly on this map. More crew moving way too far, heavy grenades and the anti-tank guns. 163 versus 398. The gap continues to grow at least. Mialius is slightly buying some time, but even then, there are limits to how much time he can buy with that. Excellent recorded with the Tiger tank though, Pioneers wiped. Mialius' situation continues to deteriorate here, losses are piling up here. Things are getting chaotic here as well. Grenadiers trying to fight the tank guns. Getting a bit of Kiz in there, a bit of havoc, but it does return to Dumais. Champion of Dumais, another crew down. We got the Enclave guns activated as well there, at least one of the guns. Thumbs up to Dumais. And the Tiger tank is down. And with that, Darth Malleus is down as well here for the count. The GG, game over. A brutal loss there in the end. I mean, Dumais, to an extent, I think just played really well, made good use of the map, whereas Malleus was a much more linear player, much more predictable, which also made him much easier to, play around with. But Dumais, and I feel like, he teched up a bit perhaps too fast, and I think enough value out of the Luftwaffe company. And I definitely think some Starstorm would also be a very good idea here for Malleus versus Dumais. But there you go. All the way. Hope you enjoyed the match. You've learned something from it. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.